Hey everybody, before we get started, I want to put a spotlight on one of my favorite weekly listens. This is one of my favorite podcasts right now. The three GMs and players weave a great story with memorable NPCs, a unique world, and absolutely wonderful characters that are just a hoot and a half to hear. I won't go on too much because they can explain it better, but they really are a treat and you should add them to your playlists.
Are you looking for your next adventure to get lost in? Do you enjoy dark fantasy, horror, slice of life? Are your favorite tropes filled with tragic backstories and a found family comprised of a snarky lesbian, a morally gray grump, and a sunshine character? Then look no further. Tune in to Tales of Three and follow the adventures of three unlucky strangers whose fates collide when they accidentally stumble upon a plot to destroy the world as they know it. Throw in some forbidden magic, a slow burn romance, hidden identities, and some devastatingly beautiful baddies who will stop at nothing to keep our trio apart. Mix it all up, and we've got your next obsession. Tales of Three, a Rainbow Dice Club production, is an all-queer, Dungeons & Dragons-based podcast that airs on Fridays. Find us at Rainbow Dice Club on most socials and at Tales of Three wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, and now we start the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. I'm Jeff, your GM and narrator, and we are with Sean for a day off episode. But before we get started, let's do a lightsaber check.
Hey, I'm Sean and I play fours. Right down the middle, I got a 10.
All right, excellent. So we start the scene here in the Arferi district. Your group is scattered a bit as some are helping out around here. Lucius has left, Dosh has gone into Duskbanter. But what are you up to?
Well, now that I've got a little bit of time to address some things, I haven't gotten to check in with Domin since we rescued them from the Anchored. So it would be good to follow up on that. And
Okay.
Also thinking about Sabrina's situation progressing the way it is. It seems she's on a path of vengeance, and I need to guide that in some way.
If you reach out, Domin will be happy to get the call. And Fours, what up, Ken? Yeah, good to hang out. I heard you guys got in some trouble, so they sent me here. What you thinking?
I'm thinking we need to catch up. I think it's been a while, and what the hell? I'm on my way to you. Is there anything to do? Is there what's around where you are?
Yeah, I don't know the area that well, but we'll walk around and hang out.
Sounds good.
As you hop on your bike to head down the freeway, you know it'll take you about 6 hours to get there at standard pace, but depending on how fast you want to ride. But you have a nice long trip with this overcast, sunny day here in Duskbanter. The light rail passing to your left, closer to the city. So you have like that sweet city skyline kind of going on as you weave between traffic. You'll pass underneath billboards for the Omnimart, seeing the digital manifestation of the Saving Squid. You'll see the billboard advertising the opening of the Secrets of McKeith Casino, located near the airport. You'll see the Mon Protectorate Division flying over the city doing their patrols. So you as a land vehicle, you're probably not experiencing really almost any traffic because you're underneath a lot of the vehicles.
Yeah, I'd probably be the first real wheels that these roads have seen in years.
Yeah, so it's pretty smooth traveling, and you can go at speeds that would normally be unsafe in traffic, but having an entire freeway kind of to yourself lets you go at the speed that Forza is comfortable with.
I'm gonna go as fast as I possibly can.
You will cap this thing out, and if you're going as fast as you can, you'll cut down this trip. What's normally about 6 hours, down to about 3.
All right.
And then, having called Domin before you left, where would you want him to meet you? Or are you meeting him at the hotel since you're driving?
I'm gonna meet him at the hotel.
As you are driving, you will occasionally catch small wind spirits that follow in the trail of your bike. Small air elementals that ride that air wave behind you to be able to hit speeds that normally they can't fly at.
Can I try and record my peaker vision?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can catch some footage of air spirits.
Yeah.
And I can look back at the footage later and see if I was hallucinating.
Yeah. No, you can definitely record the small air sprites and elementals that drift in your wake.
Cool. I'll probably keep the recording to a brief 10 seconds or so.
No, easily done, as you'll approach the familiar exit before passing what now is a Punch Junction Nemesis sign at the bus station, and head towards the end of the warehouse district where you can see the Easy Snooze. Domin is wearing a combination of kind of hoodie and sweatpants, socks and sandals.
So super classy.
Yeah, just kind of comfy guy, kind of hangout mode, and when Domin sees you, will, hey, Force!
Hey, I'll ride into the parking area of the Easy Snooze and do a sharp skid to stop.
They'll definitely be impressed with this as they, oh shit, where'd you get this? This is nice.
It's got confiscated.
Oh man, that's cool. I wish I could steal as my job.
Yeah. As I'm thinking about my thoughts of morality, you're going to be the perfect messenger for this.
Domin will, this place is kind of a trash hole, but it's kind of fun. But hey, tell me, what did you guys do? Your work is crazy, man. There's so much going on in that Amon building, and I saw Arzel Don was there. He's like literally the best sniper in the world.
Where did you see them?
Saw him down in the mess room, or was it? Saw him down in the cafeteria with that boss guy of yours, Ryan. Guy sent me out here.
Okay.
Yeah. If Don's here, whoever they're here for, that person is boned. They're not going to know what hit them.
How long have you been sniping?
Oh, for a while now, for a few years. Got in with the Casino Lords back in Golden, started working there, started in kind of a close-up work before finally upgrading up to some of the long range, a little bit easier work. Did some mercenary training up at God's Face and before settling down in Core Junction.
So you've been doing work for people out of Core Junction for the last couple of years? How did you get in contact with these last people? And have you gotten any work since?
No, I didn't. Well, I haven't gotten any work since I canceled that contract. And
how did you get that contract? How were you introduced, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh yeah, no, not a worry. They'll open a bag of amanitos, kind of corn snacks. You want some?
Is that a reference to something?
It was one of the snacks that James made up in the Monster of the Week episode he did.
Okay.
Yeah,
and what's the mashup there? It's almond Doritos?
Oh, it's Amon-itos. So they're just like spicy Fritos.
Okay.
Or spicy Cheetos, I think they were, more or less. Dama would offer you some as they pour some into their mouth.
I'll politely wave them off.
So I'm hanging out in Core Junction, relaxing. I just finished a small job. This one was mostly just spy work, trying to find some people, something not really important. I get a call from this Corleone guy, Varian, right? He wants to hire a pretty basic hit on some guy in Duskbanter. And, you don't ask why a lot, because it's kind of frowned on in my business. But he says the shitty kid stole his grandfather's fortune. The only way to get it released is that we got to take out him and his siblings. I told him, hey, I don't do family jobs. He says, that's fine. Take out your boss. Sorry about that. And they'll handle the other ones. They sent over a fair amount of money, and so I came out here to start watching. He said the rest of the crew is coming by land or something, and the other four are real weird. Didn't get to speak to him too much. They never seem to know how to use HCOMs or slivers. Even the android that's with him feels like that guy just walked out of the past.
How does an android walk out of the past?
Like I said, I mean, none of them, all my communication had to be through Varian. I couldn't coordinate with any of the rest of them, and they all talk kind of old-timey. I don't know.
Above table?
Mm-hmm.
Can you refresh me on Varian if I've heard him before?
When you were in spectral form and you looked in on Domin?
Uh-huh.
Varian, you assume from kind of what he's talking about, it was the Corleone that you saw. This is covered in tattoos.
Okay.
That had the drone with him that wasn't connected to the constant?
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I need that refresher.
No, absolutely. That was a long time ago. But yeah. So I came down here, started doing my check, started following up on Lucius and the siblings and whatnot. They were supposed to meet a little bit before our run-in, our incident, but they got delayed waiting for a boat or something. Then I followed your boss and went to shoot him. Like I said, nice guy. Glad I didn't. But yeah, that whole thing was just weird. Weird contract start. Maybe this is just me. I don't know. But it was like when I didn't think that bullet could miss. It's marked on it, right? It was special bullet. Varian gave me, made by I guess one of the other guys, Lysander, I think it was. Supposed to be targeted directly for Lucius. And when I took that shot, I swear I saw kind of like an old man, like a big old man in the window. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? I missed. So still, yeah, this is a weird ass city, man.
Yeah. Well, we didn't miss though entirely.
I mean, I missed my target.
Yeah. Certainly, your objective.
Everything from there. Once I got out of it, they were upset. Tried to take me over. Thanks for saving me. That was great. But I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm kind of a hit dude, but Amon's kind of weird. Like, this whole city's kind of weird. Shotguns in every office. It just kind of feels like that everyone's here a little bit more casual about death than even I am. That big boss guy, I saw him once in the hallway. Rayland type? Just real bad vibes.
Yeah, I kind of got that sense myself.
So hey, I'm not saying we have to, but I was thinking we can just piss off to Golden City. The casino lords always need people off. We can make a bunch of money, or if one, we can leave all this magic shit behind and we can go crash at Ress's place. They took over the old flower shop and candy shop where the Albert Scouts go to.
Yeah.
He gave up his job as a fancy scientist for Umbaro Pharma. We'll just crash over on their couch.
It would be nice to catch up with them. How did you set up your shot that day? Do you remember?
Yeah. Went up top, had a couple cigarettes. The reports I was getting from Varian were that Lucius should be there soon, and only had to wait a couple hours, and so I hung out, and there were some chairs up there, so that was cool. But I was trying to keep an eye on both sides of the building.
And you didn't know anything about your target?
I mean, like I said, shitty kid who took his grandfather's fortune needed to be popped so that way he could be released back to the family. When I asked about it, Varian said minor magic use, nothing that should be able to stop a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And Varian's drone, I don't know, Varian's buddy Lorabax supposedly is able to use some divination, and so he gave me roughly the time I was supposed to be there. And yeah, when I saw the van pull up, I figured perfect. When you all got out and walked across the street, took a window seat, I couldn't believe my luck. It was pretty straightforward. So Yorm and I lined it up and took the shot. Yorm's my sniper rifle, sorry, or was.
Yeah. The Alfier.
Yeah.
And I'll try and put as much Corsia stank on that pronunciation as I can, because I've gotten an earful from Cesaro. And now, can I ask you, how would your strategy have changed had you known that I worked with your target?
Well, when I think about it now, I probably should have come and checked with you first. Not saying I still wouldn't have completed my contract, but this could have been a lot easier. Would have been able to get closer to the target, and maybe wouldn't have had to use Yorm.
I'm just kind of staring off into the horizon and kind of ponder in ponder mode, because I am. So I'm just describing that.
They said they're all doing this for Magnus, so be careful, buddy, because I'm sure they're going to find somebody else, and I'm sure Yorm will just take him over next time.
Yeah, just the shooter.
Yeah. I think they chose me because I probably had a good record, or was something they were looking for. But if I didn't have the ability to power through that, I imagine you just get trapped forever, right?
Oh, just enslaved?
Yeah. I mean,
do you
luckily,
think that Yorm benefited from your expertise?
Oh, I believe so. They'll take a prideful look as they kind of look out over the trashed parking lot of this Easy Snooze. I'm pretty good at what I do, most circumstances, right?
Do you think that if it was in the hands of that super sniper, the world class one that you mentioned earlier?
Oh, if Don had it? Whew.
Yeah, but you don't. Do you think that it would try and dominate them, or do you think it would?
I mean, I don't think it dominated me because I was doing everything they wanted, right?
Right.
I mean, if Don was paid to take out Lucius, then I don't see why it would. But also, Don made his own custom rig, was a member of the Zyghosts. Yeah, I don't see why Don would even bother to use Yorm.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just thinking, maybe this is bad, but I'm thinking of it from the gun's perspective.
Oh, but yeah, totally. I mean, if the gun could get a hold of him, well, at least when it was in control of me, it seemed to be able to use a lot of my natural skills, but it couldn't make me. It didn't have full control over my choices, or what is it? How does the best way to say that? I acted the way it wanted to, but I can see where, somebody with a lot of expertise in a certain thing, it couldn't take that from them, right? I don't know if Yorm can feel the wind or recognize all the other effects going on to make those shots. Like, I'm a sneaky guy, so it can use me to sneak.
It's still mediating with something else.
Yeah, it's still a game of HCOM.
Yeah. Our Squanch Tendo.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what am I? Yeah. Little. Do you want to take it back to the system? Take it down to the bones of the system, like message, or it's a little bit like Animal Messenger, a little bit like Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, that's there's a delay there, which I think would honestly hurt someone like Don more than just giving it to a random person on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, but yeah, I mean the other ones, the rest of them they're all dangerous, right? All a bunch of weird magic users. Lysander has this weird mithril longsword that he keeps in a briefcase. Elena has this glowing kind of axe.
Oh, I think I met them, or I saw them.
Yeah. I mean, Varian's got that drone, but I don't know if that drone is an Alfier or is something else. And S4 has what looks like it's an old obsidian lizard folk spear covered in runes.
Oh man, Acanthian.
It might be. But yeah, like I say, they're all kind of creepy weirdos.
Creepy weirdos?
Yeah, I mean they're magic users, right? They're perpetuals living up in Korja and off of the Grenfjord. And
how did that vibe compare to what you got off Type?
Oh, yeah, Domin will look around for something to drink real quick and slurp down a.
Wait, where are we right now?
Just at the Easy Snooze. So they'll walk over and put in a few credits into a.
Okay, so like we're in the lobby, like a.
What is it? Like all those kind of weird hotels, like the L-shaped parking lot where you pass the lobby on the way in, and then there's 6 rooms that all face the parking lot. So I figure you're just standing outside, kind of in that area.
Okay.
They'll walk over to a Punch Junction vending machine.
Okay. Cool.
Slap some credits in it, and do you want a nemesis or?
I'll politely wave them off again, as I'm thinking. A nemesis is a flavor of Junction.
Yeah.
All right.
Domin will take a swig, and no, these guys are different, right? Like the ones who hired me, they feel like this is personal. This is, you kind of get used to that vibe, right? There's people like myself who we kill because you're paid to. I don't necessarily like the violence, but it's part of the job. So you just kind of work with it. These guys, they seemed like there's more at stake, right? Like they're fighting for something. Like they want something from it. Like their violence has an end, a means to it.
They're ideologues.
Yeah. Those are dangerous people, right? Because they can justify anything. I can turn down a contract if it's wrong or if it goes against my beliefs, but
they can buy you off, but you can't buy them off.
Exactly. And then, well, your boss, Raylan, it's like when we were kids, you were too close to the Pillar of Anise, the heat coming off of it, the energy. It didn't care if you were there, and you know that if something went wrong, you could get burned or it could kill you, right? There's always accidents at the plant, but it continued burning and it continued producing its heat regardless. Raylan reminds me of that. Something that it doesn't care who gets hurt. It will just continue to do what it does.
I couldn't help but thinking when you were talking about the heat from the pillar, if you remember, how long did you feel cold after leaving the Pine Barrens area?
Oh, man.
Just like, for me, it was like a good 5 or 6 months where I felt cold all the time.
I had extra coats, extra jackets. I was probably overdressed for a lot of Golden, but I don't think I really felt comfortable till, probably about 6 months sounds right. 6 months to a year. Finally, I wasn't looking for the pillar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, type feels like a force. That violence can happen around or from them, and it's worse than not personal. It's that you don't matter.
Mm-hmm. It's a cosmic entity.
Yeah, the pillar will keep burning it once Anise is gone. When everyone's dead, the pillars will remain, and that's how it felt being around this guy, right? Just if it suited him, everybody in that cafeteria could be dead, and I don't think it would change how he ate his food.
You're picking up on some strong vibes.
Domin will, yeah, you know what? I'm probably just in my head because that guy kicked me out. Well, Orion did, but like I say, this place just it's weird.
Oh yeah, what was Orion talking to you about?
Oh, he kind of explained, your group wasn't performing up to standards that he felt acceptable, but he hadn't gotten approval to remove you from your employment, because Raylan said that was part of the contract, is what he kind of complained about. And then I wasn't part of the contract, so they moved me out here, but I guess Orion felt bad, so he gave me a couple hundred credits to go and get a room. I have money, but
yeah,
seemed like it wasn't the worst guy, just kind of a stick up his butt.
Yeah, no, I know what that stick is shaped like.
Domin will definitely, take a hard gulp of the Nemesis before laughing. Yeah, and what's it shaped like?
I think it's shaped like Lucius.
Yeah, that bad, huh?
Well, yeah, they don't necessarily get along, but I think that's just from circumstance. But yeah, it hasn't really been easy for any of us.
While you were both chatting in this parking lot, you'll hear the sound of approaching heat-drawn vehicles. 6 people in each, some of them kind of leaning over the side, kind of hooting and hollering, tops down, as they come out wearing kind of a dark blue leather outfits. One of them holding a trident, kind of shaking and laughing with a bottle of whiskey in the other hand, as they come rocketing over the hill from the Selene district, heading towards Duskbanter. They'll come whipping by as you're both out there. And Domin will look at them and then look at you and...
Are you trying to figure out whether or not they're just insane?
Yeah, they'll look at you and, we can go back to the pillar. It'd be warm. We could be Owlbear scout leaders. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that does have its appeal. Well, I can't really cut bait right now. So as long as you're in town, we can go.
I was kind of thinking I was going to cut. You have my HCOM now, so reach out to me wherever I'm at. You're always welcome. But I figure here I'll tidy up, and probably tomorrow I'll catch an airship ride out and head back to Core Junction.
You're leaving?
Yeah, I don't see a lot to do here, and don't want to make life any harder for you than I already have. And I got to pick up some contracts. There's always some people that need to be taken care of elsewhere that, don't risk my kin or or their friends.
Yeah, speaking of that, you ever take mine to your collateral damage?
You mean like send a gift basket or something?
Like, have you ever missed your target before? Or have you ever taken out non-targets in the course of taking out your target?
Yeah. Most of the time they're usually paid guards, other mercenaries, right? Like, we all know why we're there, and we all know what we're expected to do, to either defend the target or remove the target, right?
All right. So all of your other jobs took place in war zones?
No, but you don't feel bad about taking down a Black Cat mercenary on the way to kill some small casino lord who's, starting a loan business, right? If his guards come out there with guns ablazing, you take him out. They are getting paid to defend him, so they understand part of their job is getting shot, and my job is doing the shooting or the stabbing.
So you've never killed a non-mercenary before now? That's what you're telling me.
Domin feels very uncomfortable, kind of. I heard that bullet missed and might have gone a little bit further than it was supposed to. Shit, I can send some money if you think that'd help. Pay for a funeral or something.
So this is the first time, huh?
Go and give me a sense motive.
Navigating, please hold. All right, 25.
Excellent. You can tell Domin doesn't ponder this too much, right? There's a bit with a 25 that you can definitely tell Domin has told themselves enough times that everybody knows the game. So you're getting the feeling that others may have been collateral, but this is the first time that they've had to be First time they've had to address it.
Yeah, they've always been able to be at a great enough distance.
Yeah, and they get moved to the next contract or something, and their job isn't cleanup. It's, I did my job, I'm out, you know?
Yeah, things get a little messier when you do your business where I eat my breakfast, you know? And I totally want to lean into the all the implications or the metaphors.
Yeah, you can see Domin's physical presence kind of shrinks back a bit. Like, Fours, you know, that's why I'm saying, like, let's just get out of here. We don't have to worry about it. And these things work themselves out. People die all the time. I didn't mean anything by it. While you're thinking about it, while you're staring at them, they'll go over and get another bag of amanitos.
Okay, yep, fair.
Start crunching on it. Kind of a nervous tick from being a kid. Like the really loud smacking and chewing whenever they got in trouble. Trying to drown it out in a sense, right? That finding a small thing they can take comfort in, the ritual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sort of regressive comforting behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere at the moment. This is my home for the time being. You don't leave for a pack of cigarettes and never come home just because you made a mess. But you do have to clean it.
All right.
If you don't clean it, it's just going to sit. It can't truly be cleaned if it's not you.
What should I do? Like I said, let me know. I'll send some money, or I can send a gift or something from Core Junction. Or
I think you have to apologize to his widow.
Domin's body language very much tells you it's like, I don't really feel like I want to talk to them. You could say it for me, or you know what? Yeah. I mean, I'll I can explain it. It wasn't personal, right? Line of work. Do you have him on the show? I'll talk to him right now.
I think it's something you gotta do in person.
That childish nature would kind of come out of it. It's like, well, I didn't do it. Mistake didn't happen in person. Don't see why I have to go there and do it in person. Feeling like you got a stick. Domin crosses their arms and being real uncool for us.
Well, don't say you haven't been told. And I'm going to pull the bike up and pat the back seat. You want to go to the aquarium?
We are going to give Domin a sense motive. Domin takes only a moment to consider this might be a trick, but then, nah, rad. Hops on the back and we'll reach around and grab around your waist. You know how to drive one of these, right? Like, I haven't been on a ground-based vehicle before.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of hours under my belt.
Okay, all right, sick.
I mean, yeah. Other than the 4 hours or the 3 hours to get up here, I did a little driving from maybe 4 or 5 hours. That's plenty.
What, Domin has just enough time to be like, wait, 5 hours before you take off?
I don't share that part of it.
Oh, okay.
But we are gonna go fast. I am going to ramp up my speed a little bit slower with the extra weight.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't know exactly how it's going to react, but yeah, I want to go fast again because it'll be fun.
It's a well-balanced machine, and with your tremor sense as well, you're able to do this fairly easily. Cresting into the Seleni district and heading down towards the aquarium. It's been a while since... What's that?
Do the sprites show up? The wind sprites. Because if they do, I would try and point them out.
They don't here. You're not going quite fast enough.
Okay.
Cresting into the Seleni district, you see the rows and rows of the kind of orange-tiled homes, the 21 different shades of white used for the paint on all the buildings and housing. You see the illumination of bold construction on one of the mid-tier skyscrapers down here, facing the bay.
This is Seleni?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, this is where Xavier's normally based out of.
Oh, okay.
You'll ride through the winding streets, smelling the fish vendors, the food carts, people sitting around chatting and enjoying this kind of you get that salt air smell from the bay here as the wind kind of kicks up and the sun shines down. A little less cloudy in this part of the district as you'll head down towards the actual marina and the bay area and towards the aquarium.
Groovy.
Domin's grip definitely tightens when you start going fast, and especially when you hit certain corners, but they learn to lean with you and to take it safely. And by the end of it, once you stop moving, they really enjoyed it. Domin will, that was pretty slick. I might have to get me one of these.
Yeah, I think this one's gotta be some sort of custom job because I don't know. The guy who owned it before was a collector.
Very nice. Yeah, this is cool. And I should be fine, right? I didn't bring any weapons with me.
Yeah. Why would you need weapons?
And they'll look at you and, I don't know. Not like you probably couldn't walk into, and they'll point over it like a small mom and pop accounting firm, and I'm sure they've got a few shotguns on the wall in there.
Everyone's armed to the teeth. When everyone's armed, everyone will be safe. So I will. How far are we from where Goodberries is?
You're about 40 minutes away.
Okay. So I will text Sabrina to meet me at the aquarium that I have information about the killer.
Okay. Yeah, you'll get a response back from Sabrina that says on way.
I leave it at that. She says on way. That's good. I don't text anything else.
Domin will follow you into the aquarium, and
You hear about that Leviathan some weeks back?
yeah, that thing was crazy. Yeah, I saw the news footage. That thing takes ships right out of the water over by Basia. I mean, oh man, did you see the footage of the prison fight with that thing?
I'm thinking back to seeing it on the news. I don't recall a conclusion.
Oh man, yeah, they took it down. It was crazy, huge thing. There was that air behemoth too, and rumor has it there was another one over in Corlia. I mean, don't get me wrong, this place is nice. It's tucked away, right? You guys are all safe, kind of hidden back here, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on out there too.
Have you done any jobs in Corlia?
Oh shit, no way. That's extra hard mode.
I always wanted to go visit the Earth Pillar.
I bet it's cool. You know, I've never been around any of the other pillars. Maybe that's what I'll do. Sounds fun.
Well, I don't want you to do it without me. But, I mean, you've already asked me to leave, and I've said I'm not going, so it's fair if you do it without me, I suppose is what I'm saying.
I'll save the Earth Pillar for you. I'll go check out the air one. It's over by the Hedron Fields in Novalma.
Oh, yeah. I heard that place is weird, speaking of weirdos. I'll kind of suggest talking about the Anchored. But the comparison I'm drawing is to religious fundamentalists from Novalma.
Yeah, that goes completely over Domin's head.
They're only familiar with the Mercadine wealth extraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can't get one of those cool psionic hats for you or something. I'll send you some swag.
Absolutely.
There's parts of it that kind of feels like being kids again, as Domin will point at various animals splashing about, and there's still always a little bit of that childlike fun when you're in these places, seeing animals do what animals would do when you're not around. Or so you assume, because they're trapped. But after about 45, 50 minutes, you will get a text from Sabrina asking, where are you?
All right. I'll let them know where along the exhibit path we are. And if there's a place for us, like a concession place for us to get something to eat, like a food court area or something.
Yeah, no.
I would steer us over there so we could take a little break off the path.
Domin puts down some light up glow sticks that look like kraken tentacles. And food, finally. Yes. I am going to eat one of those fried dragon turtles. Anything you want for us? You got some rice bowls. Looks like some sushi sticks.
Oh, yeah. Give me some takoyaki.
Alrighty. They serve that on a stick, so the top part has little tentacles that come down, giving it that mind flayer look. But yeah, Domin will come back from the food court here with a bunch of random stuff for you. Some takoyaki, food bowl, fried dragon turtle, which isn't really that, right? It's kind of a battered bun, like a whole burger that's just kind of deep fried.
Okay.
You'll see Sabrina approaching by herself. She has a heavy jacket on, hair bundled up tight. You can see she definitely looks leaner than the last time you saw her. Has put on some muscle, and she will approach and, hey, Forrest.
Hey, Sabrina. How are you?
Doing well. Krashi's closing up the shop and said he'll be here. He's just behind me, so probably be here in about 10-15.
Great. Come over and have some food with us.
Yeah.
This is my kin, Domin. I'll introduce him.
Domin with a mouthful of food will have pleasure. How do you do? She'll shake hands, and I'm not super hungry, Forrest.
Sabrina wants to get down to business, of course. But she's not hungry, so I can't stay here, which means I have to grab the food that Domin just got so we can eat it in our hands as we go. Yeah, I was just gonna grab I imagine he's got like those red and white checkered boats.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the classic classic cafeteria boats.
Yep. So I'll grab those and I'll be like, all right, let's get back onto the trail. I think the seals are next.
Oh yeah, they got that walkover so you can see the big tank from the top. It's real cool. We were walking around below, I could see it. And Sabrina looks a little annoyed, but well, okay. Yeah, let's do this. You definitely catch what the impatient side eyes from her of what's going on.
All
but
right.
she'll follow along.
At this point, I'm just going to be talking in doublespeak because Damon's not listening to this frequency. So I'm going to open up that frequency to Sabrina.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Like, Damon's not engaging on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm going to start talking about Domin and his work as a friend introducing them to their family.
Okay, cool.
It's not to spark confrontation, but it's going to lead to the point where Sabrina is definitely going to pick up on it.
Okay.
Before the significance of them being here at the aquarium. Sabrina is definitely going to get there before Domin does, and that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like my channels of communication, I'm kind of managing Domin, but at this point, I'm checking in with Sabrina a lot more as to whether or not, like, how she's feeling about this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Domin distracted by food and seals and kind of the other fun animals as you all walk. Sabrina will listen carefully as you speak.
Yeah, Domin's been doing mercenary work for the past several years, and I'll kind of throw to him to be kind of throwing in his 2 cents.
Domin would be like, yeah, bits, odds and ends. Take care of stuff that people don't like to do. Oh man, Forrest, Golden needs an aquarium. This is cool. They'll continue along, but Sabrina would. Okay, so they were doing work here?
Yeah, I mean, they were in town doing business. I'm not. So this is just the gist of what I'm saying is I'm trying to catch Sabrina up with all the stuff that I've been kind of caught up with.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your sense motive then, Forrest.
Okay. Oh no! Only a 15. Not terrible, but could be better.
You think you see Sabrina a couple times, like her hand goes to her hip, but seems to back away from it, right? Like, like she's checking for something that's there before she'll pull out her HCOM and send a message. Karashi's here, but I don't think he needs to join us this far out. We're past the main exhibits.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to rush him through the exhibits.
Yeah. Domin, Forrest tells me that you're leaving soon. And Domin will, oh, yeah, no, it's a great city. Love it here. A lot of fun. But, I think I've worn my welcome out. It's time to go. Got to go back and check on stuff back in Core Junction. And she'll look at you before looking at Domin. And, well, could I send you off with a Duskbanter meal before you go? Come back to the restaurant?
And I'll look over at Domin and raise my eyebrows.
Domin looks back and forth between you both. And, yeah, I guess that should be okay. Yeah, why not? Sounds fun, right? So how long have you known Forrest? And Sabrina will, for a while now. Been a good neighbor. And Domin will pretty much dismiss it as, yeah, that's cool. As they are watching flying fish dart up and around each other, chasing each other through the winds outside in kind of the open air bay exhibit. But once you're done at the aquarium, Sabrina will, I'm going to head back there now and I'll start getting stuff ready. Is there anything you'd like, Domin? Any meal requests? Your last meal in Duskbanter. And they'll... what do you normally get for us?
Bacon pie is pretty solid.
All right. Yeah, bacon pie it is. And Sabrina will look and... All right, happy to do it. Forrest, I expect you'll be there too. We'll head back now, actually. And I'll meet you there. I took my own vehicle down here, so we'll see you both at the shop, all right?
All right, sounds good. We'll see you there, Sabrina.
She's texting away on her HCOM, as she will leave you both here at the open air exhibit. Domin will... All right, man. Free food. Nice.
Yeah, pretty damn good food. And I'll just say, the restaurant's over in my neighborhood, my old neighborhood. Is there any places you want to see on the way?
No, I can't think of anything else out here. I mean, we don't have enough time. I wanted to see the Duskblade Tower. I hear there's an elevator that goes all the way to the top. You can see all of Duskbanter, but
Oh, that's the super new building?
Yeah.
I haven't been there myself.
Oh shit, we should check it out tomorrow on the way to the airport.
That sounds good.
But yeah, they'll hop on the back and put their arms out to wrap around your waist.
So yeah, we'll just do kind of a leisurely drive.
Taking the slow way back, kind of driving about. You'll head up the windy, slinty roads as you get up back up to the warehouse district, stopping at the top there, so you and Domin can look and see the buildings, see the skyscrapers, see the bay, see the airships kind of putzing about as you will head towards Goodberries. It takes Domin maybe a second or two to come back. Oh, this place looks familiar.
Yeah, it's my old neighborhood.
Oh yeah, hey. You can feel their body kind of shift as they seem a little on edge a bit, but seem to trust as you pull up outside of Goodberries. And you can see there's nobody else in the restaurant. Karashi's got the towel slung over his shoulder. He'll wave with his biological arm at you.
Hey, Karashi.
Hey, greetings, Fours. And Sabrina says this is Domin, yes?
Yep, this is my kin, Domin. He's in town for a little while.
Karashi will put out his middle arm and please sit down. Bacon pies are on the way, and relax, please. Go and give me your perception, Fours.
24.
Yeah, though Karashi tries to be subtle about it, you're able to pick up. You'll notice that Karashi does move and close and lock the door as you both take seats.
Okay.
Karashi will, one moment, I'll go get the food. And he'll head back towards the kitchen. As Sabrina will come out and, is there anything else you want to take a look at a menu, Domin? And they'll, nah, bacon pie should be good. Ooh, I see a fried egg omelet. That's cool. Little Ilican cuisine. Her face remains really stoic as she, yup. But she'll walk back into the kitchen. And Domin will drum on the table in front of you for a bit and give him another sense motive here. They're starting to get a little bit concerned. Like, no, it's late. Why is a breakfast place open this late? Kind of going across their mind as this is your old neighborhood, right? That's your building?
Yeah, they're turning it into a bar.
Oh.
Yeah, I met the guy who bought the lot. After it got burned down, a lot's happened.
Yeah, sounds like quite a bit. Karashi will come out and put the bacon pies before you both, and I'll get some more water. And Sabrina will sit down next to you Fours and ask you to scoot over a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Your perception before, you can definitely see that she does have a heavy pistol at her side.
Yeah.
But Domin will break into it and start eating. Oh, this is really good. Sabrina will, I'm glad you like it. One of my husband's recipes.
I'll give Domin a few beats to react to that at all.
Domin chews for a bit before slowing down and looking up at Sabrina and looking up at you, noticing that Karashi is nearby with a pitcher of water.
Esper. I'll say, your husband Esper, he died a while ago.
And Sabrina would look at you and, yes, he did. Domin will put down their fork. I can't bring him back. I could transfer you some money.
So I was kind of leaning forward with my elbows on the table, and after he does that, I'll just push back from that and lean back in the booth.
Sabrina would, well, you killed my husband trying to kill my neighbor in my restaurant. Domin shifts in their seat for a bit before you. Shit. They'll look at you Fours and this wasn't personal. This should have been an easy job, but something went wrong. And I'm sorry that it hit some guy. Sabrina would, well, some guy was my husband. Some guy was a father. And Domin, well, if it helps, I almost lost my mind getting rid of that contract. And Sabrina, she would set the heavy pistol on the table. It doesn't. Domin in the sweatshirt, sweatpants, and can transfer you a fair amount of money. And Sabrina would say, I don't think that's going to cover it. Domin would, well, Fours, thanks for breakfast, but I think it's time I got back to the hotel.
I'm not going to be reacting to that as if we're going anywhere.
Karashi would move up behind Domin, placing a mechanical arm on his shoulder, keeping him in the seat. Sabrina would say, Domin, I'm sure killing my neighbor in my restaurant should have been an easy job, but you killed my husband, so it is personal. Domin will struggle to get up, but Karashi will get him into a grip around the throat with his mechanical arm. Sabrina will look over at you Fours, and I imagine this would be easier if you weren't here. I'm sorry about your kin, but I've got to do this. And Karashi will, you don't have to, Sabrina.
I mean, clearly, if you wanted to, you would have done it already with the food. Am I right? But you didn't because you're trying to leave yourself an out, and you can always take that out.
Domin is struggling a little bit, but you can tell that they're not fighting back as much as they could. There's definitely they don't like the situation kind of vibe from it, but also a very much this is always kind of expected in their line of work.
Oh, they're accepting this kind of risk.
Everything you were talking about before is they understand that they're going to get shot at.
Mm-hmm.
So Karashi will attempt to aid your diplomacy if you'd like with her. And I can trim this out as well. You do have a crit miss, of course, if you want. But otherwise, go ahead and give me your diplomacy to kind of sway where she is at.
So I roll a 1, and I'm going to sprinkle some Christmas magic or some Christmas magic, TM, on this situation to summon the mercy of to spare me from the cruel gods of the dice for 1 roll. So 26.
Sabrina holds the gun in both hands, pointed at Domin, as Domin closes their eyes, and she will throw her gun at the wall behind Domin. In frustration and anger, she gets up and walks away from the table. Get out. I never want to see you again, either of you.
I'll look to Domin and see how he's taking it.
One eye opens as he looks at you, and Karashi's arm will slowly unfurl from being wrapped around him. Domin will start to slide out of the seat, and I'll just walk back.
No, I'll give you a lift back.
Yeah, Karashi will unlock the door, and goodbye, Forrest.
And I'll give him a somber nod.
But you'll hear it lock as you'll see Sabrina, flip a table over, yelling inside of the restaurant.
Yep. Before we get going, I'll turn to Domin and say, I'm proud of you for facing it down, even though I had to drag you into it.
Domin shakes their head and, yeah, no, I don't think I ever want to do that again. That was pretty awful. Nothing personal for us, but yeah, I really don't like this fucking city, man.
All right, let me take you back.
As you drop them off, Domin will hop off the bike, and I think I might just take off tonight. I think that's probably best.
You don't want to check out Duskblade Tower?
No, I don't think I do. But you take care for us.
I'll go and I'll give him a big hug.
Yeah, they'll hug back, and be careful in here.
Yeah, thanks. Be careful out there.
I won't be taking any free breakfast for a while.
You know I wasn't going to let anything happen to you.
Domin looks back at you, and in this moment here, when Domin looks back at you, they look at you as though you're a stranger. Like I said, you all are so casual with death here. Puts me to shame. And they'll go to close the hotel door. Thanks for listening. Like, rate, review. It does really help. So if you haven't, please throw us a review on Apple or Spotify or something. It helps people find us. Our intro and outro are from Nihilor. You heard Monolithic. You also heard Our Ships Line the Ocean Floor, as well as Big City Dreams by Moses Harris Jr., Bossa Lounge by Abydos Music, and our sound effects are by Pixabay. Thanks again. Hope you're doing okay out there with all of the weird things happening in the world. All right. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.